wait. Nope, there we go. Got it. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me get this a little bit closer. We're not gonna have a mic today, or excuse me, we're not gonna have a cam today. I just really don't feel like it. It's really insanely hot, and I'm in as leisurely of clothes as I can find around the house. And while technically it's nothing that like what Twitch or YouTube wouldn't permit, it's just I expect a little bit better of myself when I'm streaming. So it just is what it is. Can you not hear me now? Or are you fucking with me? Or are you being sarcastic because I clipped the mic just a second ago? Trying to fix it? Yeah, fucking combo. Fuck off, dog. How are you doing tonight? Hey Tony, how's it going? So tonight's gonna be a pretty short stream, gentlemen. Don't really have a lot going on right now, and I've got to get back to work. So you really only have me for about 2 hours tonight. I gotta set up some stuff for Patreon, and then some more branding stuff for once we get done with this commission. If you want to go into my Discord, if you want to see like a brief explanation of what I've got going on right now, like why we're not streaming as much, you'll find it there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So without much more to do, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I want to work on is shout outs for, if you hear like a scratching noise, it's me brushing my beard out. I just put beard oil in. It's kind of a last minute decision not to turn on the mic or the camera, god damn it. So whenever we get new patrons, I want to make sure they know they're appreciated. Patreon, do I need to pay you for heels now? Yeah, it's a $10 tier. Get on it. That link is admittedly been around for a bit, so in the event that it's not still working, just let me know and I'll give you another link. Okay, let's put a small up to down vignette on this, just so we have, it's kind of loud, isn't it? That should be a little bit better. Okay, cool. Combo, you got anything going on? You want to hang out in VC? I don't have anybody coming in that I'm like expecting. Oh, that's cool. I'd probably keep it at 30. Okay, so let's get the text in first. Pretty confident I know what fonts I want to use, but can't help to, or can't hurt to experiment. The question is, what do we want to say? I don't know if I want to like add tiers in the shoutouts, primarily because I don't want to like, I don't think this is something that would happen for a while, but I kind of want to cover my bases on it. I don't really want to have people singled out because they're on a higher or a lower tier. Starboard, let's go for Kenyan coffee. Let's go ahead and turn all the text black because I'm pretty confident it'll either be black or white on the final. I honestly need to add Patreon to that now. I don't want to do too many like automated things. Like I have 2 going already. And I honestly need to remove one because I'm not doing commissions for a bit. It's honestly pretty big. I don't know if I want to keep it like that, but we'll look on phone later. Let's do 35. That's a little too small. 40. That's good for now. Ooh, Darth. Thank you so much for following on Twitch, buddy. How you doing? Wait a minute. We've been hanging out this long? How the fuck have I not followed till now? I'm a bad friend? I agree, Darth. You are a bad friend, but you know, it's alright. It's all good, buddy. Combo, I think just recently followed too. So welcome to the Bad Friend Club. Sag, make a dickhead. So I think I'm gonna do 2 versions of this. Yeah, I definitely want this to be larger. Pause. Oh, also guys, let me know if I've got a good mix on the music and the... Is the vibe in here? Fuck yeah, it is. Let me know if the music's too loud or if it's not loud enough. Yeah. Admittedly though, Marcus has been on the stream for a bit, so... So not to single you guys out, but I think if I looked at the history of like who's been following his, has probably been there for at least like 2 or 3 months. No, maybe not. Like maybe like a month. Fuck, Marcus doesn't make him sound better than us. Or don't make him sound better than us. You're right. I'm sorry. Let's get the let's get some of our files in here. Did I put it in with my branding or did I? No, it's not in branding, I don't think. It's nope. I could always open an old file with it if I can't find it. Yeah, I'm just now starting this folder, so none of that's in there. Sorry guys, just looking for files for stuff. where did I put it? Oh, wait, no, it's still on the desktop. There it is. Let's leave it this size for now, but we'll obviously shrink it later. I've got to figure out what I want the graphics to be in the back. That'll probably be like a 40 or a 35, not just the one. There we go. Still probably a little bigger than I want it to be, so maybe like 35. I feel like we need an updated Jer Bear avatar. Your beard has gotten quite longer since the current one was made. Yeah, it's fair. I mean, honestly, I've grown my hair out too, but like I don't know if I'm keeping the hair yet. That one is definitely still up in the air, so I'm kind of holding back on that, primarily just because I might, number one, I need to like groom my beard a little bit more. Number two, if I decide not to keep my hair, I don't want to make like a new one with it, and then like later decide that I don't want to keep the hair. That'll, like, if I do any more like rebranding and stuff, like for myself and not necessarily for a specific platform, it'll probably be right before I finish this commission. All right, let's keep all this together. Now, to figure out what I'm going to do about the background. See, I'll show you what I've got going on right now for, like, this is kind of like what I have planned for a lot of my longer form content, just because like this style would be like incredibly easy to animate, because I can make a lot of this on a puppet. Hey, thank you. But yeah, it's like really simple, so that way like if I go to like a good example of what I'm trying to do, if either of you have time, look up an animator called Noodle and watch some of his content. That's sort of kind of around the lines of like what I would be trying to do. Just basically make a little rig of like this character doing all kinds of just different stuff. Because I mean, all that would really animate on the rig itself is just like arms, hands, face, and like if I got to do anything like dynamic, I can always just draw that in. Yeah, it's super easy to do. Doesn't require a lot of time. Let's see. You know, honestly, I think the reason why I think that like the size of this is bothering me is just because the size of the actual text. is not matching it. Let's see. It's like where I can get this to the edge. I'll fix this to it and then fix them both together once I feel they're proportionally the same size. Or like size proportionally, rather. That feels pretty good. And I don't even necessarily have to keep it 16 by 9. I can always just like shrink it down some more. In fact, what I'm probably going to do canvas size. Let's try making Boop a full team off of Math. Honestly, like, I feel like if I was better at Overwatch, I probably would totally do like some animated shit like that. Maybe I'll consider it for when Overwatch 2 comes out. Ooh, I definitely don't want 10,000. You know, it's actually not a bad size for this. Alright, we're gonna do that. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could, like maybe move this to the side and shrink it down a little bit. And like if I, because fuck Reaper. And make it a full team of just Reapers, because fuck Reaper. Yeah, that's fair. I think, I think I feel a little bit more patronized by Symmetra, so for me that would probably be my go-to. Although it is pretty annoying to fight Reapers. The only way realistically I can fight a Reaper is if they're distracted on somebody else. Reapers and Widows. Oh no, I dunk on Widows. I can tell really quick when a Widow's smurfing. Like if they cap my ass out of the air, she ain't no bronze, she ain't no silver. Yeah, that's totally what I can do. Like what I could do is I could shrink this down a little bit. I don't know if I'll do it just yet, so I'll probably keep it the way it is. But maybe like shrink this down to like right about here. And then I would be able to draw in this space like a small caricature of whoever the person is. It wouldn't take me like 20 minutes to do per person. And honestly, especially at first, I'm not going to be very popular. Plus, I have to figure out the legality of some of the stuff that I'm doing, but right now it just is what it is. That one Darth raised at wasn't a Smurf, he was a bot. Yeah, no, that dude was fucking awful. I think I told you that I watched that VOD back. He was pretty rough. The most frustrating part about it is that when he played Reaper, he was going off. Like, I've got to be honest, if he had stayed Reaper the entire time, he probably would have been the most valuable person back. I know what you're talking about. I meant like watching the VOD back in like an Overwatch system. Are we talking about that fucker again? Yep. Gets ball cancer. He'd have to have some in the first place. Let's see. Printing. hope he needs constant prostate exams from his father. I hope his pussy lips fold in on each other and never unfold them. Constant pain and discomfort. Ugh, especially if he's got stubble. Yikes, dog. And not just like normal stubble. I mean like that, like couple of millimeters long, very sharp stubble. Yeah, that guy was really frustrating. Hang on a second, guys. Sorry, my kid just came in. Screams an Anakin on fire voice. I hope his micropenis retreats into his cervix. It would probably just be a clitoris then. Not once it's retreated, just like, you get what I mean. I really wish I could find what I'm looking for. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Possibly. You know what, dog? This never fails me. We're just gonna use this. We throwing all the insults today. Wait, Jared, Barry, you got a kid? Yeah, I got 3 of them. Actually, one of them is like a year younger than Combo. And you still sound like you're 17. The fuck? My inside voice is 17. Outside voice is Kratos. Come here, boy. Fucking dead. Alright, let's push this back. That looks pretty good. Let's change the color on this. So I want to keep... What's Apollo crying for? Yeah, I see the hat. What's Apollo crying for? He's just wanting attention. Yeah, I get it. So, Jerry Bear, what do you do for work? I'm an animator in my real, or I get, what's the word I'm looking for? In my daytime, I guess. Typically when I say I'm like really busy, it's because I'm like really busy into a commission right now. Because I've only heard that it does awful things for your sleep schedule. Yeah, that's being an animator. Oh shit. Okay, it didn't create it. Or at least I don't think it did. What kind of animation? I'm just referred to as a generalist. So basically, I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe this. Okay, think of like, I don't even know if he's a good example. Basically, I'm able to take care of like any part of the job, like of like a studio, anything that like a studio would need to do. So think of it as kind of like a creative director, kind of like a Miyamoto or a Nomura, or maybe like Jeff, kind of sort of like Jeff Kaplan, maybe. Except that like I do a lot of the work myself. That's sick, yeah. I definitely like do my best to like get the best out of it. It's definitely a lot of work though, but it's very much worth it. Like I'm busy all the time, but I'm very fulfilled. But I'm trying to move away from like doing other projects from other people. Trying to do more stuff for myself. That's partly what Patreon's for, just to kind of like sustain the streaming and everything else I'm doing. Creative director, don't associate yourself with Poppy Aaron. He's only caused pain and suffering. Not yet. Let's give him a chance. That black isn't really doing a lot. I think I should probably find a better color. Wouldn't necessarily be the worst thing to go for a brighter color rather than a darker one. Yeah, that's definitely a good start. 5v5 for greatest Overwatch. Hey, you never know, man. I mean, the way that I look at it, not very many people like to play tank. And honestly, I think if like he makes like a game mode where you can play tank, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. That's my opinion, though. What's this color not going through? Oh, that's why. Jabberwocky, Dartha's gonna have to play DPS. Do you really want to suffer for the full first year? Because it'll take him a full year. I don't think so. I mean, if he plays someone like Reaper, which I mean, the way he plays D.Va, it's virtually identical. I'm gonna be in pain constantly. I mean, weren't you in, he won't play Reaper, trust me. I mean, but isn't Hig gonna switch off with Darth every now and then? I mean, hell, Hig could always play DPS if he wants. And I play Reaper. He only hates the character because he hates it being used on him. He doesn't like actually hate Reaper. Let's get rid of this one. No, I don't want to copy the value, I want to get rid of it. And then, let's see. I want that 160. 161's fine. Nah, Hig is a tank, is facts. Nah, Hig sucks at aim. He told me that's why he plays Ryan. That's hilarious. But hey man, I guess if it works for him, whatever. That's kind of lopsided. Might need to... maybe a little bit more. That's better. Just bring that down to like 50 maybe. Still could use a little bit less. This is pretty strong. Hig was at Masters at one point, so we gotta shut the fuck up. I mean, hey, if he's comfortable with Ryan, it's whatever. So, I mean, to be fair, when I started playing Overwatch, like, I think I've explained this to Marcus, I know, but basically when I started playing Overwatch, my go-to was initially Hanzo, Widowmaker, and Ana, just because like my FPS background was Borderlands, primarily Borderlands 2, and I would play lots and lots of Maya, but I would play her like a particular way, to where like you could heal people when you teammates when you shoot them, and then like obviously like with that, like I also play like her in a sniper role, so like it just kind of like felt right. The problem is like Overwatch is played at a significantly faster pace than Borderlands. Yeah, back then it was scatter arrows. I realized really quick that like I just couldn't pull it off, so I was like, okay, I just clearly need to switch to characters that are a little bit like that just feel better. Also that, and like I couldn't stand like I think I mentioned this before, I couldn't stand playing characters that like I can't defend myself with, like in any situation. And obviously you can with Ana, which is why I still play her some. But that's why I don't play Hanzo anymore, and is definitely why I don't play Widowmaker. Yeah, that's pretty much it, because I started like seeing people play Lucio, and like obviously I've always thought it was really fun, but like just like his ability to stay alive, as well as his ability to get a lot of shit done. Easiest decision I've ever made. I'm so happy I did. I gotta be honest, if I hadn't done that, I probably wouldn't be playing Overwatch anymore. Whoop, wrong way. Maybe a little more. There we go. Yeah, man, I love Lucio. Lucio is so much fun. Honestly, I think I'm pretty happy with this. At least for now. I can always change it later. I got a couple of patrons already, and get their opinions on what they'd like to see. You're the one that got Darth into Overwatch. Yeah, I kind of noticed that like you guys were around like the same what's the word I'm looking for? Like the same prestige rank, like your level. So I figured you guys started around the same time. Alright, I'm gonna clean up some of the stuff here so I know what everything is. Is this anything? Nope. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm glad it does look great. Man said shit game. And I said check out Sigma. So when was the switch to D.Va though? That's what I'm curious about. Because I mean, I can't like judge your Sigma because I haven't seen like enough of it. But I'd honestly say you're a really good D.Va. When they massacred my boy Sigma, that's fair. When Brick came out, I was actually like really interested in her, just because of like the potential she had. But they started nerfing some of her capabilities, and I mean, like I understand it because you don't want like a 200 HP Tracer with 50 of her health being armor is kind of ridiculous. But kind of sucks, you know what I'm saying? The barrier cooldown. God, how much was it originally? I think it was like, what, 1600? Like, they nerfed it a lot. I'm trying to think of which one it is then. Not that nerf. Like when his shield breaks? The nerf where he had to wait 4 seconds before he could throw it out? Or could throw out the barrier again? Gotcha. Hasn't that cooldown gone down though? Like it's like 1 second now, like when he retracts it. Bullshit ass nerf, yeah. Didn't they like retract that back? Huh. I don't know why I thought they did. It was 1 second originally. That's weird because I thought like once you retracted it, you could like re-summon it again after 1 second. Now it's at 3, I think. Alright, so this is done. Let's, what was the other thing I had to work on? Oh yeah, I was working on, the animation thing. I'm being careful when I pull up. I got some NDA shit in here. Can't shield dance anymore, which gave Sig a ton more survivability. Yeah, that's fair because I've noticed that the quote unquote like correct way to use it now is just throw it out to like prevent abilities from the other team. Oh, wait, that's it. Found it. I can get rid of this now. I don't really need it. And I just have to figure out what I want to do with this. I might be jinxing myself a little bit with this, but I don't think so because it always seems to be the other supports that get it. But I'm really glad they haven't really like nerfed Lucio that much, and when it does, it's just like tiny things that I don't even notice in my play. Like Lucio, for the most part, has been left alone since he got his rework, which I'm obviously really glad they reworked him the way they did. Where's my timeline? I know I kind of want like a electric-y type thing going on with this, and I remember downloading some reference. Let's get this out of the way. I want this to be like really short, like 5 seconds. Hell, I have it here for like 2 seconds, but honestly, I don't know if I'll get everything across and looking the way I want it to in 2 seconds. Sorry guys, there's not gonna be a lot of action going on here for a second. I've got to run my thoughts through this. Maybe if I... What if I take like an approach of like each of the colors have their own kind of attribute, like maybe like one's like an icy type, one's maybe like a lightning type, and the other's kind of like a shadowy, viney type shit. And then it just comes out into an explosion, so I get 4 things. And it's super interesting. Because I don't think I want to hard commit on just lightning. It's cool and all, but it's super done to death. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so then the green can be the lightning, the blue can be the like sharper icy texture, and then the purple can be the incredibly abstract energy. Green's lightning, blue's ice, and purple's whatever the fuck I want it to be. So don't judge me, alright? Alright, well then we can start pathing then. That sounds like a good idea to me. Okay, let's bring this up to 100. No, wait, no, I shouldn't have to do that because I've got the palette right over here. Alright, let's start on the lightning then. Since that'll probably be like the quote-unquote easiest. Sharpen it up a little bit. That's not too bad. Because when I go to do like the framing for like the frames for everything is going to be a lot more like crunched together in like earlier frames. Making me sad I can't dance, man. Yeah, that's a feel. I'm just trying to like imagine like what that would feel like if I was say like playing Winston and couldn't like shield dance. Just kind of wouldn't feel like the same character, you know? Oh wait, are we talking about like dancing? Or are we talking about like shield dancing? I thought we were still on the topic of like Overwatch. You can't dance or draw? Well, I mean, like with both things, it's really just like a matter of doing it. I mean, when I first started, I couldn't draw worth the shit either. I mean, I've been drawing my entire life, but like to like a professional level, I couldn't draw worth the shit. I don't know if I want to like make like the finalized lightning yet, but I can at least experiment with shapes. No, Jabber, you don't understand. I can't draw. Every time I touch graphite to paper, it explodes. I mean, if it's something you want to do, I could help you out with it. I have trouble even starting when I gotta draw something. I mean, that's understandable. If you want some, what's the word I'm looking for? Consolation on that. It's hard sometimes for like professionals to like get started on what they're wanting to draw. It's just kind of, it's really hard to explain. It's just kind of like taking a journey but not really knowing like what your first step you want to take, like whether you want to go to your right or to your left or straight ahead, or maybe you need to turn back. I don't really, but thanks for the offer. Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. I probably need to go a little bit more. After I just said I wasn't going to be working on the, like the details yet, here I am. But does that make sense though? Yeah, it can curve up a little bit. I just don't want to be like, if it's not like physics, or if it's not based in reality of physics, then I don't want to disturb that. It's maybe a little too much, but I need to come up here a little bit. miss this so much. I absolutely cannot wait to come back and like actually like stream for like 3 to 5 days a week. I can mess with that a little bit more here later. Let's sharpen this out a little bit. Yeah, I'm suddenly working and streaming 2 to 3 times a week and providing us with sweet heals, respect. Well, hopefully, I mean, obviously it wouldn't be right away, but like the hope is that like I could start making enough content on, or making enough money online that I wouldn't necessarily have to worry about like working in a studio or anything or taking commissions. And I could just do the kind of work that I want to do that will get like good monetary success on social media. But I mean, I've kind of worked like this since I was like 23 or 24, so this is nothing really like new to me. Honestly, if you if you want me to be perfectly honest, playing games is probably the most difficult part of all of it, because I get into the mindset of like when I'm playing and I've been playing for maybe like an hour or two, I'm like, fuck man, I could be working. Dude, you got the skills, you just need the publicity. Yeah. Well, this project that we're working on, like I can't talk about it a lot because of NDA stuff, but like there's a lot of chance that like this could go somewhere and like that could potentially be like what I need. But I learned a long time ago not to like put my eggs in like one basket. So I'm gonna finish this and then just try to do everything else that I've wanted to do, and hopefully something will come out of it. TikTok, yeah, I make content. I do make content for TikTok, but like it's something I've got to get used to. It's like back when I originally started doing content, like it was really just like YouTube. So like whenever I try to make content for TikTok, it's like, fuck, you mean to tell me I only have like a minute to like make something, rather than like making like a longer form like a video or something. But yeah, like I've already got stuff set up for like my 2D stuff, like stuff like this. Like I could make a time lapse of this right now and just throw it on TikTok. But then when I do my 3D work, I need to figure something out with that. That one's definitely the hardest because I don't know any good add-ons or software for time lapses of that. I mean, the closest I could probably do, they upped it to 3 minutes. I'd have to look into like what the retention for those kind of videos are. So how long has it been since they did 3 minutes? Because if it's a newer thing, I may have to like hold off on that. Excuse me, just to see like what the retention is for those kind of videos on TikTok. But if they performed as well, if not like 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, I'll just have to like watch and see like how well they do as opposed to like their minute-long counterparts. For like an idea of like kind of what I plan on doing with like the 3D stuff, if you want to watch somebody like Jan Sculpts, here, I'll type it into chat right quick. Yeah, something like that. Except like he does like high res models and just kind of leaves them like that. He just poses them and like boom, he's done. Where a lot of my stuff would be like getting them like animation ready. Like basically if I was working on like a studio project. Yo, if you ever need a good band to listen to, I highly suggest Rush. Hella underrated. Yeah, I mean, Rush isn't like a favorite of mine, but like I obviously like really respect them. Like I would probably listen to like, hang on, I gotta think of like the time. I would probably listen to like Dream Theater or Faith No More first. But like if Rush is on, I'm not gonna turn it off. To be fair though, Faith No More is like one of my favorite bands, so like of course I would listen to them over anybody else. Neil Peart, greatest drummer of all time. Yeah, he's really good. That's kind of like, because a lot of the stuff that I listen to on a regular basis is very progressive, which obviously like he used to thank for a lot of like the complexity, like the odd time signatures and stuff. I'm super into stuff like that. I'm honestly probably drawing this a little too thin, but I can always thicken it up later if I need to. People try to say John Bonham, and I remind them Peart's drum kit is nearly, or Peart's kit's a full 360. Yeah. Although, I would definitely say, like, both as far as, like, the impressiveness of the kit itself and, like, the stylings of the drummer, I'm a bit more of a Mike Portnoy fan. I don't know if you're familiar with who that is. He was, like, the drummer for Dream Theater for, like, the first 20 years of their career. Like if you go listen to like something like The Dance of Eternity, the song is so ridiculous. You know what the best thing about this is that so like the pathing for this is like a little different just because of like how it's shaped since I started drawing it. But I can use the original pathing, like this straight line right over here, or rather this like just normal curved line. I can use that for a little bit, so you'll see what I mean here in a moment. I also suggest Queen, but they seem like they wouldn't be something you'd listen to. Oh, dude, I love Queen. Fun Jer Bear fact. In high school, I was in chorus. And I was kind of known as like the guitar kid because I played guitar pretty religiously back then. And one of our songs that we did was Somebody to Love, and I ended up doing the arrangement that we did was like a revised one, but I ended up like what's the word for this, doing a recomposition of the arrangement and added a bunch of like, what's the word I'm looking, like harmonic and pseudo harmonic like melody arrangements for the solo. Like the way it was made, it sounded fine, but I started adding a lot of 3s and 6s on top of it and it sounded really good. Just basically playing around the solo. people seem to be super into it. Kind of. Like if you think of like how Avenged Sevenfold does a lot of their solos, just like adding a bunch of like 3s and 6s on top of each other. That's basically what I did. I mean, it's nothing like super complicated. Favorite Queen album or favorite album in general? Why am I on paper? Ugh, Jesus, I don't know why I can't talk. Tapered pencil, I don't know why I'm on that. Let me look at the... Because obviously they were before my time, so like any like physical exposure I have to them is like greatest hits type stuff. Give me just a second. I'll judge you on this. Oh, that's rough. So it'd probably either be the game or jazz. I mean, obviously, like, the majority of them have, like, songs I love. Like, there are certain Queen songs that, like, are just kind of, like, the ones that give me the most. Yeah, Sheer Heart Attack was, like, if I had to give, like, a third, that probably would have been it. There wasn't a lot on Queen 1 or 2 that, like, really, like, grabs me. I passed the test. Yay. That probably wouldn't be just like that. Be a little bit more sporadic like this. There we go. Probably picking it up in some spots. Hey, Marcus, look who it is. I love you, you're the best. You're the best too, man. I appreciate the fuck out of you. Is that... That looks fine, but I should probably, like, if I'm gonna do that, I should probably make this a little bit more dynamic. Maybe a little bit more. Did you know Bruce Lee has a faster? I'm not finishing the rest of that. And how dare you try to make me... Ridiculous. Queen 1 was just them finding their sound. Liar Slapsto. Queen 2 has March of the Black Queen, White Queen. The rest of the album is weird, including Ogre Battle, but Ogre Battle is great. Don't forget the one that takes his time, Patient Waiting. Oh no, you're bleeding into each other. Hey Marcus, combo. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, like, so like most people like Metallica, but I don't know a lot of people that aren't like die-hard Metallica fans that like listen to Hit the Light, or not Hit the Lights, Kill 'Em All. Or like, okay, so like Faith No More I've obviously mentioned before. That like he had a brother who was a bitch. If you don't stop this shit, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna broccoli. I like broccoli. But yeah, like, so like with Faith No More, a lot of people just like come in like after, like once Angel Dust came out, which is a shame because like The Real Thing is such a great album. I only have one Metallica song on my Spotify and it's Fade to Black. If you're not familiar with their stuff, an album I would recommend to you is And Justice for All. But if you listen to it, I would definitely recommend looking on YouTube and finding a like a remastered version with the bass, because they really like they left a lot of like the elements and dynamics of the bass out of that album, which is really frustrating because it makes it so much better. Sorry, I'm still here just doing work to the Discord. Yeah, you're perfectly fine, man. Yeah, we all here. Overwatch Ride or Die. I could probably like shave that down some. That feels a little bit more dynamic. My dad saw Metallica and Guns N' Roses in a doubleheader. I am forever jealous of that. Oh, that must have been like the '91 tour. Very interesting tour for the both of them. Tanks and supports assembled while tank and supports and DPS assembled. Bought a wig for $1. It was a small. Oh, I can't time you out. You've been saved for now, Marcus. Next time we bring out the guillotine, damn straight. Shouldn't necromancers be buffed because they do all that deadlifting? Guillotine it is. Give me ruffles or give me death. Oh no. Not like this. That's good enough. We can clean that up later. How did Bruce Lee describe his son Brandon Lee after he was born? Perfectly. You remind me of a dude that came in here once just to read off a couple puns, and then he just, it's like, okay, go into my next stream to give them some puns. Have a good day. Thought that was pretty magical. So somebody asked me who the antagonist of the new Fast and Furious movie was. I told them it was Bad Brakes on a Porsche. Technically, that would have been. I can't make that joke. That's a little too dark. Plot twist, you're stuck with me. I think I know where you're going with it. It was along the lines of that. It was gonna be more of like a Paul Ryan joke. How's this looking so far? Let's cut some of this. I'm not very happy with just how flat it feels. Better? Question mark? Yeah. I probably can't do that anymore because it'll look like kind of like I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Actually, let's take this and there we go. She said all our kids had ADD, so my smart ass said all different daddies. Now I'm blocked. You're welcome, Best Ryan. I was 50 cents. I saw 50 cents making a sweater. That's a G unit. So what are you making now, Jeffrey? I'm working on some lightning. But right now my brain is melting. So I'm like, in order to, like, basically to describe what I'm doing, this darker green that you're seeing, like I'm using this as like a pathing for the final frame of the lightning, or at least one of the final frames of lightning. And then like later I'll animate from this. But right now I just kind of want to make this look good, so when I go to do the final thing, it looks like a lot better. Gameplay sabotage. Jabber, you need sleep. Nah, I'm actually good. I woke up at like 2 this afternoon. I'll probably be good until like 6 or 7. I can go to sleep then. No, I can't get too much sleep, or I'll start like actively waking myself up. Or not like too much sleep, like I can't go to bed earlier than like when I'm ready to. Whoops. That looks pretty good, but I should probably fill something in like right here. Maybe like smaller. The idea is good. I just need to pull it off better. Just in a way that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. We could probably do like a tiny bit here, but I don't want to go overboard. Because if I'm doing like big lightning, set of little lightning, big lightning, set of little lightning, it just kind of feels like it's samey. Thinking about the MCU Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers roster. I mean, I'm technically using similar concepts to how you would do it, except like this will be less like appealing to realism and more just like, hey, look at this like bright blue green thunder mixed with all these other elements, doing this really cool, interesting thing. Speaking of the MCU, I was planning on watching, I kind of really want to watch Loki, but like I feel like if I don't start off on WandaVision, I'm gonna miss some shit or not understand some stuff. I don't know if they're like super well connected in the universe. Like if I watch Loki without having watched WandaVision, if I'm gonna like miss anything. You don't need to watch WandaVision for Loki. Cool. What about what about Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Is that exclusive too? Let's get something going on over here. As long as you've seen Endgame. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just haven't like watched any of the television formatted MCU stuff. But like fortunately they've done a really good job of like keeping that to where it's like not that important. Like you didn't have to watch Shield in order to understand anything about the cinematic universe. You don't need Falcon and the Winter Soldier either. Cool. So I'll probably watch that, and then I'll be like, well, fuck, now I want to watch the others. I just think Loki is a significantly more interesting character than, well, really the rest of them that have television shows right now. It's probably how good the actor is. I mean, like all of them are good, but like Loki's just striking. Nah, I mean, Loki is the best show easily, so jump into that one. Fuck yeah, dude. I'm excited about that now. That's probably what I'm going to be doing like as soon as I get off of here. But I've been watching this dude play Dark Souls lately. It's been really interesting watching him play. So they got better as they went. Well, that's good. I think for this next set, I'm probably gonna, like for the last bit, I'm probably gonna have like one connect from like here to here to here. And then that'll pretty much be like it for that. I can work on the ice and then the whatever I want it to be energy. And then like that'll be a good start, because then I like next time I animate or come back on, I can just like animate the in-betweens in the impact. And realistically speaking, that'll probably put me about like where I wanted to be time-wise. Feels good, man. Okay, so let's start here. I feel like Marcus hasn't responded in a minute because he's like furiously typing about the Marvel stuff. It's like, oh shit, we talking about Marvel, let's go time. Holy shit, I hope I didn't fuck up any of my stuff. But that joke is so worth it. I really hope that also picked up on the microphone, because otherwise I'm gonna feel like an asshole. Just breathe really hard and just pure silence. Nah, I know my microphone. I know it picks up my clicks. Okay, so now we got that. Let's take this and how does that look? Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I'm gonna crash. Night Shiver, keep up the great work. Big, night. And Dark too. Good night, man. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. I'll be getting off relatively soon too. You actually spell night like night? Sometimes. I mean, personally, I don't. But like, I've seen it spelled that way for like branding of stuff. Yeah, I imagine those decisions probably came from Americans, but I've never done that before. Might just be a Marcus thing. Color. Let's that's okay. I gotta remind myself this isn't like the final version, and then I'll be redoing this. It's like any wobbly lines that I have, like right in here. Like, I don't have to worry about them later. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now let's keep it like this. Let's get like a few strands in here, and then I think we're good on the lightning. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Not bad. So what games do you want to play, or do you play other than Overwatch? I've been playing a lot of RuneScape, like primarily like when I'm off. Like I can do a lot of the AFK stuff while I'm working. Like I'll be cutting like wood or smithing a lot of stuff while I'm working, and it's really easy. Just like tap tap tap, and then like cool, I can go back to what I'm working on for like 2 minutes before I have to do anything else again. Blizzard, dog, RuneScape, not World of Warcraft. Truth be told, I really don't like Blizzard. Overwatch, like I honestly thought I was gonna like not like Overwatch because I don't like Blizzard. I mean, I like how they do a lot of their like, I like a lot of the creative approach to Blizzard stuff, but that's really like where it ends. Like I don't like World of Warcraft, I don't like Hearthstone, I don't like Diablo, I don't like Heroes of the Storm. And I only really like Overwatch. Well, I mean, the game is fun, but like the strongest appeal of Overwatch to me is like the creative design of it all. Shit, I was thinking of Hearthstone. Nah, I'm talking about like, I mean, RuneScape's basically like World of Warcraft, just different company, different shit. No, if you wanna, if I were to consider myself like a whore to any company like that, it would probably be FromSoft. I'm big into the Dark Souls games. I guess really I'd say Soulsborne because Bloodborne's my favorite. I was actually playing Dark Souls earlier, just for the fuck of it. Just kind of like, I'll probably like play it a little bit while I'm watching Loki. A lot of people get stressed out when they play those games. They're really calming to me. But it's probably just because like I get them. Playground games like Forza. Yeah, Forza's pretty, well, Horizon specifically, not Motorsports. I'm not a big fan of like the Gran Turismo, Forza Motorsports type stuff. I like the more like open or like interesting racetracks, like the Hot Wheels shit they did a couple years back. That shit looks so cool. Yeah. I forgot for a moment I had to make that distinction. That shit's so cool. I genuinely love that. Like, if it wasn't for like it's a weird RNG, I'd really like Mario Party more, or not Mario Party, Mario Kart more. But like Horizon kind of just feels like that, like in those kind of expansions. Easily greatest DLC of all time. I mean, I'd argue that like the Old Hunters is pretty fucking good, but I mean, as far as racing stuff goes, yeah, I'd agree. But again, that's my Bloodborne, Dark Souls mind talking there. Like it's something I'll probably make like a tradition on streaming and general content is like once a year around Halloween play Bloodborne with a certain challenge. Being able to do a loop on Hot Wheels tracks with a Lambo is an experience that hits different. Yeah, that's very true. Honestly, like I'm surprised that like, so obviously like Hot Wheels used to make a lot of stuff during the N64 days, but I'm genuinely surprised they don't try to do like more stuff now. Or McLaren, yeah. I prefer McLaren, yeah, over a Lambo, yeah. Let me give me a minute. There's like a particular car that's always in these games. It's a Mercedes-Benz, but I can't think of like what the is this it? Yeah, the SL class. I always love these cars. It's always like the car that I end my games with. Like back during like the Midnight Club days. Ferraris are overrated as shit. Yeah. I think I like when I first like started playing a lot of these games, Ferraris and Lambos. It was more often than not like Lambos. It was always like I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like a Gallardi or something, or the Spider. But like Lambos were all in these games and like they were super cool. But like as I've like played them, they're always in these games and it kind of just feels like, you know, it's not as interesting anymore. Or at least modern ones, old ones are some of the best cars ever made. I'm not as big into like car stuff. I would have to take your word into that because I wouldn't be able to like contest or like support that verbally. Sure, it's Bueller know what he was doing. Trying to think of what I want to. I may have to like work on the. Trying to figure out what I want to do for this next. Thing. No, that's like. There's like a like if I had to put it down, there's probably like a list of 50 big older movies. And when I say older, I mean like anything like before 1990 that I haven't seen. That are like really big. My girlfriend like gets on like it was actually with her that I saw Grease for the first time like several years back. Because I had never seen it before and she thought that was like the worst thing ever. She's still upset with me that I haven't seen a few Kevin Costner movies or Footloose or Pretty Woman. Back to the Future. Oh yeah, I grew up with Back to the Future. At least the first one. I'm not as like versed on the second or third one. Yeah, I used to have a VHS of that I used to play going to sleep when I was a kid. Oh yeah. That shit's really good. First, second are must. Third was a cash grab. I've admittedly seen bits of it. I don't think I have to worry about spoiling anybody about bits of the second one, but like where what's his face finds out, I can't remember how, but it basically becomes like a like the owner of a megalo company, like a massive company, and like the mom is his wife. Yeah, but he's like super abusive. Like that's what I remember of that movie, and like the little bits of like the future. But like if you ask me like what's like to summarize the plot, I wouldn't be able to do it. So I think with the purple, I think I'm gonna work on that, and then I'll figure out the purple another time, or the blue another time. Okay, you need to watch that all the way through. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, okay, like I'm trying to get the list together in my mind. Okay, so like I need to watch Godfather, Footloose, Pretty Woman, Back to the Future Part 2, Ferris Bueller. Yeah, I can't think of any of the other ones right now off the top of my head. Footloose and Pretty Woman can wait. It's really interesting because like I feel like I have like a set of movies that like I'm always like, dude, have you ever seen this? It's such a great movie. Um, but then like typically like they're very culty type movies, like not like a cult, but like not a lot of people know about them, but the people that do like love them. Like one of my favorite movies is like Jacob's Ladder, which I think is an amazing fucking movie. Ferris Bueller's Day Off needs a watch before Loki. Why are there references to it? Or are you just saying like in level of importance? Let me look up and see if it's on any streaming services. I pretty much have like every streaming service. Can rent it. Is it on Netflix? Nope, it's not available. It's not available to watch in your country. Whose country is it available in? I got that VPN, boys. No, I'm saying I'd be disrespectful. It'd be disrespectful to watch Loki before it. So apparently Ferris Bueller is available on Netflix, just in a different country. I'd have to figure out which one. According to the history on here, it's been removed since last year. Huh. I don't know. I can rent it. It's not that big of a deal. It's on Canadian Netflix. Okay. Let me write that down real quick. Is it all one region? Saving you money, yeah. No rental needed. Yeah, because it said it's not available in your country. So, on the Netflix website. I can't switch VPNs right now because it just disconnected me. But I got it right there. I honestly don't use that enough, like checking like other country stuff. I think it's one region. I mean, I can always check if I need to. Because I mean, it would really just be like Ontario and Quebec if it would be split up in any way. But I don't really see any reason for that. Like we don't have like an East Netflix and a West Netflix. That'd be kind of weird. Be really aggravating. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they do that at all in the first place. I'm really curious as to why they do that. Because there's a lot of stuff on like say Japanese Netflix I'd be super into watching, not even just like anime, but like a lot of other stuff that they just have for fucking no reason that we don't have. Like I think they have a lot of the Ghibli movies, which was one of the reasons why I got HBO Max. I mean, it's definitely provided its uses otherwise. Like I got to watch the new Mortal Kombat because I had it. I think I'm also gonna probably wrap this up. I gotta figure out what I want to do for the rest. I don't want to kind of just like go off the cusp. I actually want to think about it. I gotta use the bathroom, and I was planning on streaming for like 2 hours, so I'm like coming up on that point now. Here, I'm gonna close some stuff out. Give me a moment. Oh, right. That's one thing I need to do. Before I hop off. Yeah, I should probably go to bed. Yeah. Uh, where the hell did I put this? I'm gonna do this last thing to set up like for the patrons we have, and then once I do that, I am out of here. If I can figure out where I put it, I hate doing this. I feel so disorganized. Did I make a? Okay, there's the character recalls. I gotta find. I know I made a thing for it. I at least wanted to set it up before we were like done. Alright, good night, Jibber. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for coming by, man. Thanks for hanging out. So, Jesus. Thank you so much for coming by to hang out. This will probably be my only night this week. I'm gonna have to like cut down on streaming until like I'm done, but I have to like stream because I feel like I'm like if I'm not streaming, then like the people that are on Patreon, I'm not doing anything for them. Yeah, this was a blast. Yeah, definitely. I mean, just remember it was a blast because you guys came by. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. See you later, man. Night, Jibber. Your smooth voice and vibe music helped me through this Discord shit. How's it going, by the way? If you're still here, otherwise, good night, man. Thank you for coming by. This is so weird. I had. Oh, wait, nope. I think I found it. Oh, okay. I've got it set up on it as a Photoshop file. That's why. Less stressful than I thought. Can you talk like is it secretive, or do you feel okay talking to me about what you're doing? No, I'm just setting the bot up, adding roles, and locking certain channels till a role is achieved. Interesting. Okay. So I guess just kind of like a loyalty type thing. Yes, sir. Cool. I'm kind of doing the same thing with my Patreon stuff. Although I'm trying to keep my Patreon, or not my Patreon, my Discord, like as uncluttered as possible. Because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with the Patreon just yet. Initially, I wanted to do a lot of kind of like review type stuff, like, hey, send me your stuff and I'll look at it for you. I kind of like ran before I walked on that one. Because it's been so long since I like made other content that like a lot of the people that used to follow me really don't anymore. Oh, so that's why I set that up the way I did. I'm such a dumbass. Alright, let's try this again. So let's see how this works. It should go ahead, but I don't know if it'll load in or not. Oh, there it goes. Cool shit. I'm in love with it. Alright, cool, we're done. Let me kick us over to the ending screen. Guys, thank you so much to everybody who came and hung out. As I mentioned earlier, I probably will not be back on until next week around this time. But we're going to keep trying to do this until we're done with this commission, and then we'll get back to our normal schedule, because I've deeply missed it. And I have so many things planned. But yeah, for now that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you next week.